this video, this is not going to be a gameplay video. We're looking at the patch notes for 3.5. So, that'll be the mid-chapter. So, let's take a look. Obviously, you guys will not be able to see them. You have to hear my voice. There's no gameplay because I'm reading. I don't want to read and play gameplay at the same time. But anyway, let's get right into it. Alright, features and content. I think I'll read the ones that are going to be interesting, not the ones that are boring. So apparently, Gatekeeper emblem, Hex Ruin, the Oni and Rainbow maps. Okay, let's read. So Gatekeeper emblem, flattened score value of all remaining generators. So now all generators are worth the same amount, 1 point per minute, regardless of the duration that they remain in the match. Also, added an additional score for both gates remaining unopened at the end of the match. Hex Ruin. All generators are affected by Ruin. If a generator is not being worked on, it regresses at 100, 150, 200, the normal regression rate. So, the regression rate will go faster. The Hex effect pursuits as long as the related Hex totem is standing. Rainbow maps will track chest. Okay. The only removed turn speed limitation on Demon Strike. Implemented a hard cap on a turn angle during Demon Strike. Interesting. Alright. The Doctor changes. Alright. So, let's see what's up. It's removed treatment mode and a static field VFX. I don't know what that stands for. Alright. The Doctor will no longer need to switch stances to use Shark's Therapy or to use regular tap. That's pretty good, actually. I kind of like that. It was pretty annoying to switch stance to treatment mode and Shark Therapy mode. Oh, that's called treatment mode. Treatment mode and basic attack. That's what I want. Punishment. A Doctor-specific chase music. I have actually, I actually listened to it a couple times. I thought it was actually pretty cool. I like it. Added a new special ability, Static Blast, as a secondary power. See below for more information. Okay? Added a 3-second cooldown on Shark Therapy. This means it will take 3 seconds before the Doctor can hit with his primary weapon, use Shark Therapy, or Static Blast. So if I am understanding this correctly, if he does use the Shark Therapy, it takes 3 seconds so that he can use his primary attack. Or if he uses a Survivor, survivors can't do any actions for 3 seconds, and a Doctor can injure them. I can never understand stuff. Okay, guys, don't judge me. Increase the base range of Shark Therapy by 10%. Alright. Range increase add-ons no longer increase the width of the Shark Therapy, only the length. Oh, it actually increases the width in this patch? I didn't know that. See the add-on changes below for more information. Reduce charging movement speed to 67%. Reduce charging move speed to 67%, normal from 7% to keep the speed at the same, at 3.8 meters per second. I don't understand that. Is it the range or something? Madness regress while outside its areas and does not regress while inside. Okay. Oh, these are the add-ons. Okay, let's take a look. Order, class 1. Slightly increase the madness inflicted by Static Blast. Order 2. Class 2. Moderate increases the madness inflicted by Static Blast. Carter's notes. Considerably increase the madness inflicted by Static Blast. So just moderately, slightly, and considerably increase, basically. Calm, class 1. Slightly increase terror radius while Static Blast is ready. Slightly decreases terror radius while Static Blast is on cooldown. Oh, okay. And then moderately, then considerably. Okay, so these are the range. So slightly, moderately, and considerably. Nothing too special about that. Enter view tape. Rarity is changed from uncommon to rare. Okay. I don't know why that was that necessary to do that. Okay, I'm not gonna say this right, but I'll try. Obedience, hardest notes. Rarity changed from very rare to rare. Skill checks have a considerable chance to turn counterclockwise for survivors with -2 and 3. Counterclockwise? Oh, that's actually really pain in the butt to go against that. Scracked tape. Name changed to Iridescent Queen. Oh, okay. Yeah, I actually heard about this add-on before. Rarity changed from uncommon to ultra rare. Survivors hit with shock therapy or static blast require a lingering static charge. If a survivor with static charge is within 4 meters of another survivor, the survivor receives a shock with identical effects as a shock therapy and a static blast. Iridescent King add-on. Shock therapy and static blast causes the survivor to gain a random madness inflection. Oh, so it's like the old one, because if I remember correctly, before the Doctor got his buff, the Doctor, Iridescent King had like a random selection of when a survivor gets the affliction. So that's kind of back to that. That made no sense. Rename the shock therapy sport event to Pacify. Alright. Add a score event for hitting survivors with static blast. Tranquilize. 300 blood points. Alright. Static blast. They remove the treatment mode and ability to switch between modes, which we discussed that earlier. So the Doctor will always be able to use his primary weapon only most of the time. He can still use shock therapy, which is a 3-second cooldown. He can use static blast, takes 2 seconds to activate, and has a 60-second cooldown. So, static blast causes all survivors within his terror radius to gain 50 madness points. I guess it's like the icon of the symbol? I don't know. The Doctor will laugh if the static blast affects the survivor. Well, I'm pretty sure he will laugh. Survivors will scream. They give away their location if their madness level increases. Survivors outside the terror radius hear a direction-neutral audio cue when the ability is being charged and when it fires. Survivors inside the terror radius hear a direction revealing audio cues for cues for the charge and fire the ability. Oh, so it's both inside and outside. Okay, but the inside terror is revealing direction. So it's revealing, and the outside is neutral. Sorry. Scoring event for hitting survivors. Okay. Snap out of it. Missing a skill check will regress the progression bar by 1/4 instead of all the way. Okay. Skill checks will trigger at every quadrant of the progress bar. Releasing the snap out of it action will keep the progress mode instead of resetting. Okay, yeah. That was actually pretty annoying to, like, restart all over again when the Doctor keeps coming back to you. Snapping out of it sends survivors to madness tier 1 instead of tier 2. Wait. Oh, okay. So it sends them back to tier 1, but not tier 2. It's pretty interesting. Treatment theater map. Completely rework the visual look and feel of the map. Made the map darker, change the layout to be more rectangular square, flickering signs, hid totems better. I hope so. Balance the distribution of safety pallets, distribution of hooks, and distribution safety of vaults. The eye improvement, I don't really care for that. Bugs, alright. I don't really care for that. So, that's kind of it. So, if you guys are wondering, what is my thoughts? So, obviously the Doctor is, I guess, a little bit nerfed, but at the same time I feel like it can be a good buff. Because after you hook someone, you just use your static blast to make sure that they're not around you. If you don't have barbecue chili. If you have barbecue chili, just don't worry about using it. It's your choice. And the shock therapy for a 3-second cooldown, I'm not too sure if that's really a good idea in my opinion. And that's kind of it. Like, I think that the old shock therapy is okay, but the new one, I've been watching like Monto and Nuke 3. Well, Nuke 3 didn't make any videos for that. Sorry, Nuke 3. Monto and Puppers, True Talent, and that's all I can remember. But they say that his movement is really off. Like, when Doctor does shock you, like after he uses his shock therapy, it takes like a second in order for Source to be hit by shock therapy. So I kind of think that needs to be adjusted a little bit. And the Hex Ruin. No, let's wait for that. In all, I think the Doctor is okay. I just think that the shock therapy just needs a little bit more tweaks just to make the Doctor a better killer. However, I cannot say if he's nerfed or buffed because I have not played him. I've only watched PC players, and that's kind of it. So once the Doctor does come out, I will be excited to play as him and see how I feel about him. Hex Ruin. So I'm not too sure if changing the Hex Ruin perk is really necessary in my opinion. It really isn't. Because, right here. So Hex Ruin. So the way it is right now is that all survivors are affected by Ruin. If a survivor hits a good skill check, there's a 5% regression on the generator. If they hit a great skill check, there's no progress bonus to the generator. And Hex Ruin is actually a good perk because it slows down the game, and it, like at the beginning of the match, survivors will start working on generators, and there's nothing you can do because you're busy trying to search around for a survivor, or you're chasing that specific survivor. And so it's so hard to have the map pressure. Hex Ruin is just a perk that's so useful. And the way it's looking like right now, I don't know. Like, I think like it's not a good idea to nerf Hex Ruin, but I do know for a fact that when a survivor does get off the generator will start regressing, and it'll go down there. It'll go down faster. However, for the new Hex Ruin, I do think it should not be a Hex Totem, because if that totem spawns literally right in front of the survivor and they cleanse it, you're wasting a perk. And I don't know what to say. Like, if I get like games that has a survivor on my Hex Totem in the first 5 or 10 seconds and I can never get use out of it, I'm gonna be so upset. However, I guess the good side for survivors though, if you keep the Hex Ruin up, and if the killer has Pop Goes the Weasel, the killer would not be able to use Pop Goes the Weasel because the generator is already regressing and Pop Goes the Weasel will not work. So I think what I want changed for Hex Ruin before it does come out is don't make it a Hex Totem, but make the generator regress 100% faster instead of 150 and 200. Tier 1 could be like 50% regression rate, 75%, and then 100. And not a Hex Totem at all. That is just my opinion for Hex Ruin. I think it'll just be a good perk, but I think Ruin was, like, if I remember correctly what the dev said, Hex Ruin's only useful in the end game, if I heard correctly. But I think we should keep the old Ruin, because as a survivor main, I had no issues going against Ruin. The only thing I had a hard time was finding totems, which I do like because I like to make it more challenging to find totems. Just, I don't know, I'm losing my voice right now. So I think chance to do one is the Doctor's shock therapy, just a little bit tweaked, maybe like 3-second cooldown, maybe 1.5 seconds. And after Doctor does finish his zapping progression rate, it should zap survivors immediately instead of like a second later. And for Hex Ruin, not a Hex Totem, just 100% at max tier, and that's kind of it I have, guys. The Gatekeeper emblem I do like because it counts for all generators instead of like the generators that are remaining in the trial, like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It counts for all of them, which I think is a total of 7. So that's pretty nice. That's kind of it, guys. Let me guys know in the comment below what you guys think about the update. If you guys are PC players, let me know what it feels like to be to play as the Doctor. Tell me, does he feel nerfed for you guys, or does he feel buffed? So I really am curious to know what your guys' thoughts are. Anyway guys, leave a like, comment, and of course, subscribe for more content. Adios.